What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? I'm here with my man Kamal Lukata,
What up, dude?
author. We're gonna get into this interview. First off, Mal, man, I wanna actually say thank you, man. Thank you for taking this interview with Savedetroit TV, man. I really appreciate it. And a lot of people get their flowers when they go, man. I want to give your flowers while you're here. Man, I really appreciate you for taking this interview, man. And so we can talk about your book. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, so for the viewers, man, let me start off. We're gonna go right into it. For the viewers, tell them your name and what's the name of your book.
Okay. First of all, what up, though, John?
My man.
Yeah, my main man. Go way back. Name of my book is Legendary Detroit Mentality. And that book, I wrote it not too long ago, and it's a Detroit-based book. On the book itself, my name is Kamal Lukata, so on the book, it's it goes by Lukata. Not my whole name, Kamal Lukata. So if you're ever looking it up, it's Lukata. But the name of the book is Legendary Detroit Mentality. My man.
So Mal, I could be myself on this interview because this is my guy, man. We went to high school together. So
exactly.
What inspired you to write this book, and what made you come up with the name? How did the name come up?
Okay. So what inspired me, number one, to answer your first part of your question, what inspired me to write the book, John, is I've always been a writer. I've always been into storytelling and things like that. I was always interested in stuff like that. I was a hip hop artist back in the 90s.
Okay.
And during that time, some of my favorite hip hop artists were people like Cool G Rap, Scarface, Slick Rick, hip hop artists that told stories.
So, okay, story-based rappers.
Right.
Okay.
And so at some point in time when I realized that, I wanted to venture off into something else beyond hip hop, I decided to start writing. And so I started writing for various publications. One was Flash Magazine, located here in Detroit. Shout out to my brother Tez Green, and shout out to Flyer Man.
My man.
Also, I wrote for a national publication called Def Culture.
Okay.
That was a website, and it was a hip hop publication as
well. So was they based in Detroit?
Flash Magazine
was. Okay. All
right. Def Culture. It was nationwide.
Okay.
Right. So when I wrote for them, it was a collaboration of various writers from Chicago, Detroit, Brooklyn, LA, things like that, Atlanta. And so that kind of influenced me to want to start writing a book. And so during that time, I actually started just writing notes of my background, which I decided I wanted to turn into a fictionalized story.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. So, Mal, let me ask you this: What's your book? What's the book about?
Okay, so my book, Legendary Detroit Mentality. First of all, the name of the book, Legendary. It is the name of the record label that I had when I was a hip hop artist back in the day.
Oh, okay.
It was Legendary Entertainment. Okay. Detroit Mentality is basically just just a term that I use to describe the mentality that drove me and the people that I was with at the time into becoming great hip hop artists during that time. So my book is based on my experience as a hip hop artist during the 90s in Detroit. It starts off on the east side of Detroit, and it basically kind of delves into the struggles of a young man growing up in Detroit, trying to become a hip hop artist, but dealing with violence, dealing with drugs and gangs and things like that, and how he overcame that situation.
That's what's up. So for the viewers, now I know your background. Now this is for the viewers, people who watching. Can you give a little background on yourself?
Yeah, like I say, I grew up on the east side of Detroit. In particular, Mac and Van Dyke, my family on my side and my father's side were from Mack and Van Dyke area. Pingree Park area. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got to give that shout out to Pingree.
Yeah.
You know, I also grew up, part of my life, I grew up in East Warren. I went to Kettering High School. One year I went to Finney High School. Basically, eventually I became a writer, like I said, for various publications. And I also did some community work as well in the community. And one of the my inspirations was somebody, we always talk about, Paul Taylor. Yeah. So anybody that grew up in that area that we grew up in, like I said, from Forest, Warren, Van Dyke, man, you know, all that area over there, Gratiot, you know, McClellan, you know, pretty much everybody over there that grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s knew Paul Taylor from the inner city sub center. And so at some point in time, I was able to kind of be a protege of his, and he schooled me into some things on how to give back to your neighborhood and working, you know, within your neighborhood. I didn't do a whole lot with him, but just his presence alone helped me to understand that whatever I do in life, you know, give back to your community.
Right. Now I'm gonna capitalize off that. The gentleman we always talk about is Paul Taylor. Y'all probably see me talk about him too, but he was a big influence on me too coming up. That's why with Save Detroit, I do a lot of giving back or doing little stuff in the community because he did it for us. And I came behind Maul, you know, behind Maul. He a little older than me, but I came behind Maul, Manley, everybody back in those days. But shout out to Paul Taylor. I just wanted to do that shout out because he brought Paul up, and Paul did a lot for us. You see, he did it for his generation. He did it for my generation. So big ups to Paul, man. He kept the neighborhood tight. So
you know what? And let me do a quick piggyback on that quick too. Okay, so Paul Taylor. Another thing about him is this: Paul Taylor was close with my family.
Oh wow!
You know, like a couple of my oldest uncles, they were black belts. Third degree black. You know, back in them days, everybody.
Because Paul used to do karate at in the city sub center.
He used to teach karate in the neighborhood. So my uncles, you know, everybody back in the 70s, you know, in the 80s, they was, you know, third degree black belts and all that kind of stuff. You know, so a couple of my uncles, one of them, Willie Anderson, my oldest uncle. He still to this day is into he teaches karate. He's a Christian minister too. Good. One of my favorite uncles. Anyway, he worked with Paul Taylor in the very beginning. Days. Yeah. So and I also, that was one of the reasons also I went to that nursery school over there, the African nursery school. Shule Watoto. Yeah. So that's why I got a lot of you know, learning about our heritage back then. You know. So
See, we don't have those kind of things no more. I'm glad my man Kamal Lukata brought that up. Let's see. Okay. We talking about his book, y'all, so make sure we stand on it, we stand on focus on the book. So
definitely.
What do you want your readers to know about your book that you wrote?
Oh man. Basically, I would like for my readers to know that through my book that there is a book out here that captures the whole essence of living in Detroit. Okay. One thing I can say about my book is this is the most Detroit-based book that has ever been written since the 1970s. Wow. And I can stand on that. I mean, if you know another book that's more Detroit than my book, then show it to me. Okay. This book, the reason I say that is because all through this book, like I say, it's a fictionalized book, a tale, but it's based on my experiences coming up. And the thing about it is, I mean, I go through everything about Detroit, from the hip hop scene, from the all the way back to the back in the days in the 70s, the 80s, and 90s, all the streets, east side, west side, everything like that. all the way back. I talk about stuff in there like remember the scene,
Yeah,
dance show,
the dance show, right.
different stuff like that. From Mac to Van Dyke, to Schoolcraft to Linwood to 7 Mile to 6 Mile to whatever, Linwood to Dexter, all that stuff. Kettering, Finney,
That's
King,
all in your book?
All of that is in my book. It's nothing that's about Detroit that's not in my book. I want my readers to be able to capture that essence and sit back and reminisce about that.
So is this the kind of book you would want the youth to read about, or to learn the history of Detroit or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. I've had I got people right now whose children have read my book.
Okay.
And they like, wow, that was Detroit back then, and that's what was going on.
They don't know. Yeah, they don't know.
Bill I was like that too, y'all, just all kind of stuff like that, So that's definitely, but it also gives the youth something to look into and see that never give up on your dreams.
There you go.
Because in this book, it also shows, like I say, the dreams of a young man going through obstacles and struggles up in the hood, which so many young men are, struggle with. But regardless of what this young man went through in his book, he still followed his dreams and achieved his goals. And so I definitely want the youth to read the book. There's some language in the book. There's some violence and different stuff like that. But there's also some lessons in this book. It's something that not only children can read, or teenagers can read themselves. They can read it with their families and discuss it. This is going to be a movie eventually, and a TV Netflix series eventually.
There you go. Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah.
Say Detroit TV.
Yeah, matter of fact, we're working on that right now. So I kind of leaked that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I
leaked it.
You the first. It's the first leak on the same Detroit TV show.
Okay, Maul, I'm gonna get into this one. Now, this is my bucket list question. I always ask everybody this question here. How old are you, Maul? You don't mind me asking?
Oh, I'm 46.
Oh, 46, okay.
Yeah.
Now, Maul, coming from Detroit, on the east side of Detroit, it was kind of hard for us. So, the 46 Maul, what would the 46-year-old Maul tell the 18 or 21-year-old Maul in entrepreneurship or, starting your own business or just trying to make a way for themselves?
Oh man, that's a great question, John.
Yeah. What advice would you give your younger you? You know what I mean? If you can go back in time right now,
Okay, that's a great question, man. Especially coming from you, because knowing what you do in the community for these young, the youth and the young men out here, especially. What I would tell the younger Kamal, if I could, is basically to take my education serious. Take your education serious. Understand that there are some things that at that time it may not seem like it's valuable to you, but every single thing, every single class, every thing that your teachers tell you back then is so important, and you're going to end up utilizing all of those things as you get older.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, and also value your life. Okay, because think about the decisions you make before you make them, because somebody bump into you, or somebody owe you some money, or somebody do something or angers you or whatever, and you approach them suddenly in a rage or whatever, and you pull out a gun or they pull out a gun. Either you could be done, you could, at 18, that might be your last year, or it might be your first year starting a 50-year stint in prison.
50-year bid, right?
And I can't imagine these young men standing in front of these judges when the judge say 50 years or like natural life or 25 years. That you done. No more. No woman, no wife, no girlfriend, no kids, no your mama, no nothing. It's over with.
Right.
Okay. So definitely I would tell the younger me to value my education and definitely stay focused on my goals.
There you go, my man. So more, let's get to it. For the viewers, where can they purchase your book? Where and
Okay. You can purchase my book on Amazon.com. Okay. You can type it up as Legendary Detroit Mentality. Or you can always just type up Detroit Mentality. It's gonna come up.
It's gonna come up, okay.
Yeah. And what you're gonna end up seeing is you're gonna see this gold chain with Legendary on it. and that's the easiest way to know that you typed up the right information. Once you go on, if you want the hard copy, you can order that hard copy. You can also, there's an option, a drop down option where you can download the Kindle version.
Okay.
So it's on Kindle as well.
Okay.
Okay. So a lot of people always tell me I want the hard copy because I want to support you. You support me the same way if you, even though it's cheaper, it's not about how much I'm making off of it. I just want more and more people to get this story. The story is more valuable than the money alone.
There you go.
It's gonna get out here.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, if anybody want the book or even needed you to come speak to the youth or whatever, how can they get in contact with you? Could you give them all your contact information?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Social media.
Basically on social media, I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook. Instagram, I'm at Lukata _ I'm sorry, let me get that right. Let me look at mine. I always mess up my Instagram, man. I'm new to this Instagram, social media stuff. But it's at Lukata Vision _ Productions. Okay, that's Lukata Vision, one word, _ Productions. Okay. You can reach me on there. You can send me messages on there. You see me posting the things that I'm doing on Instagram, all the positive things, and you can reach me on Facebook as well.
What's your name on Facebook for him?
It's Kamal Lukata.
Kamal Lukata.
Yep, Kamal Lukata. So you need to reach me. You can definitely reach me there.
Please, y'all, support my man. Grab his book. There you go. Yep. And I'm proud of you, man, because the month of February, my biggest thing was to support black businesses and entrepreneurs. That was my biggest thing to doing this.
Absolutely.
Because it's Black History Month, and I'm glad you kind of different from the people that I've been interviewing because you wrote a book, and we don't have a lot of black authors and stuff from Detroit that's writing books. And I wanted the youth to see that even writing books, you can, is a good thing. Just tell your story. He telling his story.
Exactly.
And I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of him.
And I appreciate
He's a big homie.
I appreciate that. Coming from you, John, man, that mean the world to me because your name rings bells throughout the city, man. And, everywhere I go, I tell people I'm down with S.A.V.E. Detroit. So if you ever see me, I ain't perpetrating. This is my family.
Yeah, this family, before S.A.V.E. Detroit, we family. Yeah.
Right. So. I'm trying to get down so I could get a shirt that fit me, so I can promote. But this is my brother. I love this brother like a brother. We got like stories, This brother been through a lot, and he has given back to the community. And I'm telling you, man, I'm proud of you, bro. And
thanks, man.
I'm just glad that to see us still alive and healthy kicking. To be able to be out here and do some things, man.
Especially where we came from, it was kind of. We came up in a rough little area, man. We came off Mac, y'all. East side off Mac. But
straight
that's when
Mac
was 90s and the 80s. Woo.
Oh, man, it wasn't no joke, man.
That's why I'm so proud of his book, man. He wrote a book about it.
Exactly.
So please, y'all, support this man with his book.
Yep. Tell you everything, everything you need to know, And I got something coming up. I got some book signings coming up as it get warmer and as the pandemic subsides. Also, for in terms of, I have what I got coming up is I got an interview with some of my other good people's Talking About podcast. That's this Saturday.
Okay.
I also got something coming up on Comcast 20 on a Tracy J show. That's one of my people's.
Okay, that's what's up.
It's too many people to name that I'm connected with and I got love for, and that helps me out, and I wouldn't be anywhere without them, especially when it comes to my book and everything else out here.
My man. So there y'all have it. This is episode 5 with my man Maul. Say Detroit TV. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and thank you, Maul, for taking this interview, man.
Oh man, thank you for having me, my brother.
My man.